Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Arpit. I'm head of ecosystem at Aethir, and I'm super excited to be here to share with you the Aethir story. Let me quickly begin. So I think I'll quickly start with the problem statement that we started to solve for. We have been seeing a lot of use cases which are being built in AI, and all of us, you must have experienced the onslaught of AI applications. Every day there are new models coming in, every day new use cases coming in, right? So we realized that there is going to be a immense enterprise GPU shortage globally, and there are certain factors, right? So there is this huge buy pressure which is coming in from these AI developments, newer models, newer use cases, and now the industry has realized that if you are not innovating in AI, then that's a short way to die in next 3 years. So there is immense buy pressure, and of course there are production limits, right? So GPUs are physical pieces of infra. So there is of course a production limit, and then LLM complexity is, and not so much complexity, but newer and newer LLMs, they are unlocking further demand for GPUs. So these are the factors which are leading to a lot of demand in the market, and we have this whole world which is divided into people who have access to GPUs and people who don't have access to GPUs. Big tech is spending billions of dollars in hoarding GPUs, and then smaller companies, they are being priced out and they don't have access. At the same time, what is interesting to see here is that there is huge inefficiencies in the data centers. Just to give you some numbers, data centers in US, they operate at a 15 to 18% utilization rate. So now this is interesting, right? So on the one hand, I am telling you that there is this huge demand for GPUs, and this world is divided, and then there is, these companies, they are not able to innovate because there are no GPUs. And on the other hand, there are these data centers which have these GPUs, and they are sitting idle, and they are losing money every day. So that's where we come in. So we created this decentralized marketplace where we aggregate enterprise grade GPUs from all of these different players, make it available on our platform for enterprises, SMBs, innovators to rent from at a fraction of cost of the centralized players. So essentially three things which are important here is that we focus we have a laser sharp focus only on the enterprise compute. So we have no consumer grade compute here. So this is all enterprise grade compute which you can rely on. Secondly, we provide SLAs which are equivalent to that you will get from any of the centralized players. So there is absolutely no compromise in terms of the service that you are getting. And then third, we are 50 to 80% cheaper than the centralized players like AWS and GCP, which is a big win for us and for the industry, right? So immediately with this setup, there is a huge accessibility that gets unlocked for the innovators. Now, how do we do all of this? On top of this technical layer, there is a layer of a native token, ATH, which enables all of this coordination. So it enables economic guarantees for the SLAs, it enables incentivizations to bootstrap that supply side, and it gives a seamless way for people to rent out the compute. So as a product, we have, let's say three sides of this platform. So there is this cloud host platform where you can just log in, you can tell us what compute you have, what kind of GPUs you have, and then you have to stake a particular amount of ATH depending on what type of compute you are onboarding. Once you do that, immediately your compute is available for people to rent on the platform. The second portal that we have is tenant portal, which is very similar to any other centralized marketplace that you must have seen. You log in, you just identify what kind of GPUs or resources you need, what geographies you need them in, and then you just pay for it, and the resources yours to use. So that's the tenant portal. And the third thing which is very interesting, which is missing in all of the centralized players, is something called as user portal. So user portal is a way where we give a channel to retail investors to participate in this DePIN economy by staking their ATH token in different staking products that we have. In terms of market segments, so basically not segments. So in terms of sectors, we specifically focus on AI and gaming. So in AI, we have products. So we have bare metal GPUs which can be used for AI training purposes, AI inferencing. Then we have virtualized compute. and we have a strong offering of for cloud gaming clients as well. So now all of this, which I showed just before this slide, that's all the idea and the concept and the vision, right? And now from here on, I will tell you the kind of traction that we are seeing. So we already have a deep ecosystem of over 120 partners cutting across different segments. So we have a strong relationship with enterprises, with gaming clients. We are particularly strong in Web3 AI space, where we have partnered with the top frameworks and protocols and marketplaces, and we are every day improving and further deepening this ecosystem. Now, second important number here is that we are not just theorizing. So we already have over 400,000 GPUs which are available today for people to use. And these 400,000 GPUs are spread across 95 countries globally. So we have a very strong global network. And all of this setup, this generates 120 mil in ARR as today. Now, if you remember in the initial slides, I shared that we have this way for retail users to participate in this DePIN economy. And how do they do that? So currently we have typically two ways for them to participate. So there is this AI staking pool, and then there is gaming staking pool, where people can stake their ATH and participate in that particular segment. In addition to that, we have something called as IDC staking. So IDC staking ensures that anybody who is bringing in compute to the network, they stake a particular amount of ATH, which can be used as a way to implement SLAs financially. So currently we have these three staking products which are available, and we have over 180,000 unique holders, people who are actually staking. Split is like this, so more than 50% is staked by cloud hosts. Then we have a strong participation in the gaming pool and AI pool, and that 9% that you are seeing is our edge compute device, which is called Aethir Edge. So we are seeing healthy participation there as well. Now on top of all of this, very interesting development is happening right now. So currently there is no way for retail investors to directly stake on behalf of cloud hosts. So we are very soon going to update to our V2, and we already partnered with EigenLayer. Developments are in process, and in next few weeks we'll be out with that, where retail investors will be able to stake their ATH and immediately enable more and more cloud hosts to onboard their GPUs. On the ecosystem side, we realized that you can't really build this in a vacuum. So you have to have a strong ecosystem. You have to partner with all the relevant people. So we have this 100 mil ecosystem fund, which we deploy through different channels. One of the prominent channels is that we create these joint grant initiatives with partners who are as invested in improving the AI ecosystem overall. So we have these grant tracks with Near Foundation. We have a partnership with Avalanche. We have a partnership with Abu Dhabi Blockchain Center, Zai, XPLA, Zola. Like all of these are specialized blockchains which are actively promoting AI startups. So we are seeing huge traction there. Another thing which is critical for us to really activate that community is something which we launched recently. It is called Aethir Forge. This is a project which onboards grassroots level innovators and exposes them to what we are doing at Aethir, and we provide them with all the support in terms of grants, guidance, whatever they need to scale up their project. So just within a few days of this project going live, we had over 200 applications across 15 countries to become part of this program. So we went live with the first batch of Forge Masters, and we are going to expand this aggressively. Another flagship initiative that we have on the community side is AI Unbundled Alliance. So if you look at any of the centralized players, they have this platform where you get everything that you need for your product, right? So they have storage, they have GPUs, general compute, etc., right? But in DePIN, what is happening is that different projects are solving for different layers of this tech stack. So it's kind of unbundling of all of these centralized players. So we came up with this AI Unbundled Alliance, where we are bringing in the leaders in different layers of this stack to come together, provide grants, provide other incentives, support and guidance to the startups who are building in the DePIN space, in decentralized AI space. This was also launched a couple of weeks back with some of the great partners that you can see here. very actively deploying this 100 mil ecosystem fund. So there are generally three ways through which we deploy this ecosystem fund. So first is we have a strong track for providing compute subsidies for projects which really need GPU. So first of all, you get GPUs from Aethir, which are already like 50 to 80% cheaper than AWS and GCP. On top of that, if you qualify for a grant program, you get further subsidies on that. And there are so many projects which are already part of this grant program, which we call Catalyst. And then similarly, all of these joint grant programs that I shared, so all of that become part of this. Secondly, we are also working on DeFi incentives to incentivize people to participate more and more in this DePIN economy. And then third, we also make strategic investments in cutting edge AI and gaming projects from this one. So just to quickly summarize, we have right now over 400,000 GPUs spread across 95 countries. We are doing over 120 mil ARR as of date. We have over 120 partners already in the ecosystem. So for us, DePIN is not a theory. DePIN is every day for us. Thank you so much.